Hello, this is Sara, Psychic Medium, and this is the Pisces 2021 Psychic Predictions, Insight and Guidance. Hello to everyone tuning in today, and if you'd like a private reading, then please go to my website, www.saraperrypsychic.com. And if you like this vlog and you haven't already done so, then please do like, share and subscribe. It is very much appreciated. So, what have we got for you for 2021? Right, there is a definite ending going to happen this year at some point. I'm not being told. It does involve faith and possibly religion. So it could be that you're moving away from a certain religion. Maybe you're changing your faith. Maybe you've ended your faith in somebody or something. It feels like something that you've believed in is going to end. Okay, and I feel like you can finally put your mind at rest though, because I think you're going to just take a rest. It's like a rest break or respite from what it is, and maybe it just hasn't panned out. That's what I'm getting. It could be that there's a relationship that you just feel, it's not what you first believed. It hasn't worked out that way. Although in your relationship area, that isn't showing that kind of sign. I'm not seeing endings. If anything, I'm seeing more honesty, expansion, more information coming in for you, understanding each other better, possible opportunities to travel or meet people overseas. I am getting some introductions being made through friends from people who live further afield, extending your friendship circle, definitely, and improving your connections and communications with people. It feels like your boundaries are opening up a little bit, your playing field is opening up a bit, and where you may have been focusing on one person or one thing or one ideal, you're starting to look a bit outside the box and at other options now, because it feels like the world's getting bigger. Okay, I feel like you're going to want to travel this year. And maybe there was the belief that, or the feeling that we have to stay safe has changed. I don't know. Or that belief that, you should stay at home, or, let's not get too much into the pandemic, but, the feeling that maybe you have been holding back because of what's been going on, when you could have actually taken some kind of action. You didn't feel secure enough to do so at the time. It's definitely a revelation that is going to come in about April, May time, and it's going to come in really, really fast. And it's going to be an opportunity as well that you can go for. I'm not going to lie, it will seem like a gamble, all right? And to some people, they'll think that's a bit of a risk. But I feel like you'll take it, because maybe you'll just be surprised at yourself. It'd be a revelation at how quickly you've acted on something, whereas normally you've been thinking about it, or, considering and holding back. And that could be the ending of that belief I was talking about. It's just suddenly you're just going to make a change. And if it is a change of religion, or, or what you've been following for years, and stepping outside that circle, that could be a risk in itself, because that could risk losing people close to you. Not that I'm seeing sadness around it, but it's amazing. I just feel like something is going to happen very fast, and it could be an opportunity, and it could be involve changing your whole ideals, or what you've wanted, what you've been going for. There's going to be a missing piece of the puzzle fall into place, which is going to give you a much better flow this year. And I do feel that's going to be March, April time. It's going to be very positive, and it's going to bring 2 new beginnings with it. Okay, so this could be a new start in relationship, new start in work, or just a new start in yourself. It's just bringing more confidence. I feel like now you've got the information, or now you understand better. Maybe it's the understanding of yourself, and then you feel like you're starting again. You're starting your life all over again, and you're doing things your way, and you just feel better about yourself than you have been before. You might have been holding back. So again, going back to that belief in an ending or a change, the way you think, it could be that you've just changed the way you think about yourself. You've realised that actually you believed you weren't good enough the whole time, and suddenly actually you are, and you've been holding yourself back again. So, and you just suddenly jump into something new, and it surprises everyone because it's like so fast. There is a sense of emotional independence here, a feeling that you can do it on your own. You don't need somebody or something to hold you up anymore. And an opportunity is going to show you just that. All right. Because I feel like it's going to bring such a big change, this opportunity as well. It's like this is your chance to be something or do something. And it might separate you from some people you love, or it might create a distance because other people might not like the change. I don't see a breakup or anything like that, but it might mean walking away if others don't agree. It's not about effort, or it's spirit is saying you're going to learn that particular thing. That you don't have to put so much effort in. Things shouldn't be so difficult. You're starting to understand your own emotional makeup, of how you deal with things, how you react. Now, there is a revelation coming to do with travel or some kind of expansion in your life. It could be from somebody further afield. It's going to give you more control. You're going to feel stronger in your own mind and much, much more secure as well. So if you haven't heard from somebody from a long time, maybe you've been questioning whether they're still in your life, and suddenly they, with the lockdowns and everything, you haven't been able to be together, and then suddenly they tell you how they really feel, and that's it. You're moving in together, and you're starting a new life. I do have people from the past returning, or things coming from things happening, re-emerging from the past that will be very positive. So like I say, if there is something you're questioning right now, I feel like it could turn out really well, especially when you've had to be apart throughout this year. There looks to be a choice of two loves here for some of you. It could be two things you love, having to make a choice between a job and a person, or two jobs, or two people. Maybe there's a family member that is getting in the way of a relationship. I've got like some anger stored here, or somebody being angry, but there's insight around it. So it's like an understanding of maybe you've been holding on to your anger between two things, and you've been feeling like you've got to make a choice, and there wasn't a choice to make at all, and you're realising that actually you love the both of them, or you felt like you've had to, they've been playing you off each other. There's some learning from whatever this choice is that is coming up, or maybe the lack of choice that you thought was a choice. You are going to gain some real spiritual insight about what emotions that we hold on to, and maybe it's time to move on. And I do see, a road to abundance with this. It's really important. Maybe it's somebody who is holding on to their anger that is causing a problem, and that's why you feel like you've got to make a choice. And actually, it's not. You don't have to. You can love two people. Both people can be in your life. Just let them have the battle themselves. Now, around Aries time, or it could be an Aries coming in, there's going to be a creative surge. Okay, now this could be, if it's Aries, it's going to be mid-March to mid-April. And it could be somebody coming in that ignites your passion. I do see it's like a whole new cycle here with this. So if it is the timing, then it will be a time for you to kind of really focus on your creative aspects of your life. Maybe you're going to start a new project that's really creative, or you're just going to feel that way, or it could be somebody that's coming in that's that way, that changes things in your life, that starts, it brings in something new. There will be closures there as well, like doors closing. There's quite a lot of endings here, actually, saying that in this read. I just feel it's to bring in new patterns of behaviour. It's to move things forwards quicker. So something could be ended. Some doors could be closed on purpose so that you get on with it, because it doesn't matter who we are, what sign we are. Some of us have been procrastinating or not knowing what to do. And, the universe does take a stand eventually. But I do see karma playing out around August to October time, and a miracle occurring where you suddenly realise your instincts were correct. So it could have been something you felt strongly, but there was no actual evidence of it happening that way for you. But suddenly you see that evidence, which is fabulous. So I mentioned sudden changes happening, well, when expansion happening within relationships, and I think communication will be better in one respect. I am seeing some unexpected weddings happening and people getting unexpected wedding invites as well. So it might not be you getting married, but it could be other people getting together. I kind of get the sense it's like all of a sudden there's a season of everybody kind of getting together and all doing the same thing. They're all wanting to buy a house, they're all wanting to get married, you know, and everyone's settling down, and it just being the right time. It feels like a very fertile time as well next year around October, November time. So if that's something you want to focus on, then, you know, definitely I would say around that time. It could be that there is a birth at that time, or that that's the time you're thinking about having a family. I do see better, things feel firmer footed in some ways, and I feel like you're going to have more control over matters than you have before. And again, just be more, you're more insightful. Now, Pisces are very insightful anyway. You know, there is this kind of psychic energy within you that some of you don't tap into, that it's like you conflict with sometimes. And this will be the year to connect with that. And I think that once you do, you're going to realise how easily you can manifest things and how much control you actually do have. But I think some of this confliction causes you to not be as sure-footed of yourself as you could be, even though really you do have it all in the bag. And I think you've probably proved it enough times to yourself and to other people, but sometimes you just kind of go on this wobble, and then it's easier to just let someone else lead, or to let someone else take control, or, you know, you're looking for something safe. But this year I feel like you're understanding yourself better. I think everyone is, to be fair, and you're going to want more in expansive, you know. So maybe you've created a setup in your life, good job, good relationship, and everything feels certain, but then it's not, you know, it's not really fulfilling you, that you've actually been avoiding what you actually want. You know, you've created the safety zone, but you haven't actually created the dream. So this would be the year to do it. And like I say, I do feel there's some opportunities coming in for you that could mean you having to stand strong, having to be independent, and really, really believing in yourself. So I hope this reading has helped you. If you'd like a private reading, just go to my website, and have a lovely end of the year and new year. Take care.